'cause your opinion don't matter.
I'm here to make my predictions for WWE Crown Jewel 2021, which starts at 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, and 9 a.m. Pacific, with the kickoff starting 1 hour before that. And it's coming from the Mohammed Abdul Arena from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Now, if I pronounce that name wrong, I completely apologize. To the ones that's either lives over there, or perhaps that's from there. And there's actually one match that was announced during the bump this morning. And I added it to the card that I have, and say I am looking over at my at the digital copy of it, because I don't have a printed copy. Which the first match, let's actually get into it, and before I before I get into it, I might have to take a moment, take a drink, which I actually had to do that now right quick, for the reasons of talking, you get your mouth gets dry. Let's get into the card, and that the first match, probably going to be the kickoff match. That starts at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. Central, and 8 East Standard or Pacific. Is Mansoor versus Mustafa Ali. I want Mustafa Ali to win, but knowing this is the hometown, let alone home country of Mansoor, it's going to be Mansoor that makes or gets the victory here. And let's get into the next match, which was announced on the bump this morning. And it's for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. And it's the Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, versus two guys that I'm not for sure why they're going for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, because they was on Raw before the draft, and then they was drafted back to Raw during the draft, and that's Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. Literally, why would you have two Raw guys go after the SmackDown titles? And same vice versa. Why would you have anyone that's on the SmackDown roster go after the Raw championships? It's like this past Monday on Raw. Bianca Belair had a match against Charlotte Flair for the Raw Women's Championship. Was Bianca Belair drafted to Raw? Yes. But the draft is not official until one day after Crown Jewel. The draft is not official until after Crown Jewel. The Friday after Crown Jewel is when it's official. That means Bianca Belair is technically on the SmackDown roster until Friday. Charlotte is still on Raw until Friday. Bianca should never been had the match for the Raw Women's Championship. Now, I can understand them getting into or wanting to get the championship off Charlotte because it should be on Raw. That makes sense. But what makes more sense, and I'll say this again later, Charlotte should have been added to the title match to make it a fatal 4-way and have it where it's all or both Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships is on the line, where it's winner take all, and where the winner can go to Raw and SmackDown until they lose one of the championships. But to get in my prediction for this match, for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match between the Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, versus Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander, it's obvious who's going to win this. It's going to be the Usos. Why would you have the Usos lose this match to two Raw guys? It's going to be taking the SmackDown Tag Team Championships over to Raw. I'm going to move on before I from this, because I don't want to make this video too long. Next match is the finals to the Queen's Crown Tournament. It's Doudrop versus Zelina Vega. Quite honestly, I don't know why they call this tournament Queen's Crown. Why can't they just go with the obvious? The Queen of the Ring. They should just call it Queen of the Ring instead of Queen's Crown. But for my prediction, I would have to say Zelina Vega is going to win this. Because when I think of a queen, I think of where the queen is evil. Like, for example, Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair refers to herself as the Queen. She's hillish. Even though when she was face, she was kind of hillish. Next match is the finals of the King of the Ring tournament. Finn Balor versus Xavier Woods. Yes, I would like to see Xavier Woods become King of the Ring, but I just don't think this is his year. So therefore, I had to say Finn Balor is going to win here. Plus, Finn Balor is the bigger star here, at least singly. In the tag division, no. But Finn Balor singly is the bigger star. The next match is for the Raw Tag Team Championships. It's RK Bro. God. It's Randy Orton and Shill, as I like to call them, the champions, versus AJ Styles and Omos. I just hope AJ Styles and Omos wins this match, because if they're not going to, if WWE's not going to split them, they might as well get the Raw Tag Team Championships back on the line, or back on AJ Styles and Omos, and then split RK Bro, because I think the RK Bro should be split. I don't even think they should even be picked together. I think they should never even fucking hired Shill. in the first place. And before I get into the next match, I had to take a drink. The next match is a Hell in a Cell match. It's Seth Rollins versus the Rated R Superstar Edge. And I had to do it. And you know who I'm going to be going for. Edge. And say, I think we all know who's going to win this. It's going to be Edge. Knowing that it's been being built with Seth Rollins going to Edge's home, almost having a run-in with Edge's wife, Beth Phoenix, and their 2 daughters, along with Seth Rollins almost re-injuring Edge's neck and retiring Edge. Come on now, who would say would bet against Edge on this match? For Pete's sake, on the bump this morning, they or any bump that's a pay-per-view themed, they ask a question, ask the fans to put on Twitter hashtag blank wins, hashtag blank 2 wins. And this morning they had hashtag Edge wins, hashtag Seth wins. I believe 80% for Edge, or 80% of the fans voted for Edge over Rollins. Only 20% over Rollins. And let's get into the next match. And it's a no holds barred match between Oldberg and Bob Trashley. And we all know it's going to be Oldberg for the win. It's no doubtly that Oldberg's going to win here. This way they are being built, and plus, Oldberg lost in January at the Royal Rumble to Drew McIntyre. He lost at SummerSlam to Bob Trashley. That's 2 matches that he lost in 2021. They're going to give him at least 1 win before his deal is up. And let's actually get into the next match, and it's a SmackDown Women's Championship triple threat match. It's the champion Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks. Now, do I think before the match starts that Charlotte Flair might come out, be added? I think that's a possibility in between now all the way up to the match starts, that she might be added, and it'll be not only for the SmackDown Women's Championship, but for the Raw Women's Championship, winner take all. But I think at this point, it'll be kind of undoubtedly. Well, I do think, even though I love Becky Lynch, and I want Becky Lynch to retain here, but since Becky Lynch and Bianca has been drafted to Raw, I think Sasha Banks is going to retain here, or get the win here, and win, and be the new SmackDown Women's Champion, and then therefore go on and face Charlotte Flair for the Raw Women's Championship, and perhaps along with the SmackDown Women's Championship, winner take all, and whoever wins that goes on to be can go to both Raw and SmackDown. Now, I'm gonna do a hypothetical match match scenario here. If and only if Charlotte Flair is added to the match to make it a fatal 4-way, I say it's going to be a winner take all for the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships. And only if Charlotte is added, Becky Lynch will walk out as Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion, and we going back and forth in between Raw and SmackDown, and we have it where and lose the SmackDown Women's Championship. And that's just hypothetical. Next match. Becky is a WWE Championship match between with the champion Big E versus Drew McIntyre. This one's obvious. It really is obvious who's going to win this. Is the Universal Champion, or it's going to be Big E. He's the one that's going to be on Raw. They're not going to be having Drew McIntyre win this and go to SmackDown with both championships, unless they have plans for to unify the WWE Championship with the Universal Championship. But I will say if Drew McIntyre does win and then go to SmackDown with the championship and have two championships on SmackDown, then there's going to be a unification match on it as well. And same thing if Sasha wins, there might be a unification with the women's championships too, where Sasha might win the SmackDown championship, face Charlotte Flair, and see who is the unified champion, and we'll go in between Raw and SmackDown. And then same thing with Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns, who have a go against a match, perhaps a Survivor Series for the WWE Championship and Universal Championship. Or I should say, or Brock Lesnar. You know I hate him. That brings me to the next match, and it's the main event, and it's for it's a Universal Championship match. It's the champion Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. I dreaded this match. I didn't even want the damn fucking jackass to return at SummerSlam. I could have dealt without him. But before I move on, before I get pissed off, because I ain't going to spend that much time on this match, but there are rumors that Jackass, and I did say Jackass, and if you are watching this, Lesnar, you are a jackass. No matter if you're trying to be a face or not, you are a jackass. There are rumors that he will be gone for the rest of 2021. And that means you can't defend. The championship won't be on You can't have the two main champions go against each other at Survivor Series like you normally do. So I'll have to say Roman Reigns is going to retain. And that's all the matches for WWE Crown Jewel streaming on Peacock in the U.S. and elsewhere on the WWE Network at 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, 9 a.m. Pacific, with the kickoff starting at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central, and 8 Pacific, coming from the Mohammed Abdul Arena and Riyadh, or how you pronounce the town, Saudi Arabia. You can, if you want, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at DonnieLangston5. That's at DonnieLangston5. You can add me on Facebook, Donnie Langston, or you can go to my the main YouTube channel, and there's a link to all 3 accounts, and you can it'll be easier than have to go to search me up. I'll see you guys next time.